Hey everybody, what is going on? I'm going landscape. I'm landscaping tonight, so I hope you enjoy it. So much to talk about, so much good news, so much bad news. Let's start with the good news. The good news was tonight was Steve's broadcast. Steve and Debbie did an hour-long broadcast. It's good to see those two progressive people coming together to do a broadcast to combine the movements. Also tonight, Jill Stein interviewed Ken Mejia, who is the Green Party candidate down in Los Angeles. So in District 34, really looked to find Ken Mejia. He needs money. He needs volunteers. His election is April 4th. It's a special election to replace Javier Becerra. So if you guys can look into Ken Mejia, add him, help him phone bank, donate. 26 years old, former burner, now Green Party, running for office out there. All right, that's the good news. That was the good news that we just gave out. The bad news. Fucking Gorsuch was announced as SCOTUS, Supreme Court Justice. Not a good track record. Nothing good about him. Against women's rights. He is against campaign finance reform. He is against workers' rights. So there's nothing good about this guy. He totally sucks. Not way we can stop him. But I want to let you guys know the good news too is that the movement is growing. The movement is for real. Tonight, outside of Schumer's mansion here in New York City, they were chanting, "Resist or resign." 5,000 people just decided to go outside on the coldest night here in New York City and chant outside Schumer's office, "Resist or resign." That's what has to happen. Now, I don't know who those people are. I don't know what their political views are, but they're out there. And that is a good sign for all of us. And that's what we have to call all these fuckers out on. They all have to resist or resign. And you know what? They're all going to be primaried anyway, so they better get ready for it because we're primarying them all. Doesn't matter who you are. You're going to get primaried. Across the board. Everybody's getting primaried. All right, so now the bad news. More bad news. In Texas, I don't have this guy's name. He's a representative up there. He sent a flyer out to a bunch of mosques to questionnaire to see how likely they were to commit radical Islam acts. And how did they feel about the Muslim Brotherhood? And they were just fill this questionnaire out and send it back. Are you fucking kidding me? What the actual fuck is going on, people? This shit like that, which is just so stupid, really? You think a terrorist is going to be like, "Oh, yes, I'm going to fill this out, and you got me. Genius idea." No, that's inflammatory. That's done for a purpose. This is all done for a purpose. I also got news for you. The three shooters in Quebec, one was supposed to be Muslim. There was only one shooter, a Trump supporter. Let's be clear about that. All right, let's make sure we get that out there. Trump supporter in Quebec, he was the shooter, not fucking a Muslim. There wasn't three shooters. And again, this is the problem with media. They're always constantly playing this game, and that's why I was excited about tonight. Tonight we had 2-hour broadcast, right? We had Debbie and Steve, we had Jill Stein and Ken Mejia, and this is the way it's got to go. This movement has got to grow, and there has to be more live streamers, and I think Debbie and Steve both mentioned that. We need more live streamers. We need more people. I couldn't even get a live stream from Schumer's office. I know there's a bunch of protests going on right now that you can check out. The ridiculous notion that we have to ban Muslims is just, I don't even know what to say about this because the information doesn't get out. Your chance of getting killed by a Muslim terrorist is 1 in 3.6 billion. You have a better chance of winning the pick six. All right? So, while you're, so nervous about that, if you think you're really going to get killed by a Muslim, you're also going to win the lottery. So run out and play. I thought Chris Murphy did a kind of interesting job last night in the Senate where he actually used the meme that we all know is going around about the likelihood of you being killed by a terrorist here in America. You're more likely to get shot by an armed toddler. We actually can play this game. We could just play you're more likely. You're more likely to get hit by a bus than to get killed by a terrorist. There was actually, if you look at the meme and the numbers, I think there's only been, since 2001, there's only been maybe 30 deaths from terrorists, and that's high. That's a high number I'm giving you. But there's been 11,000 Americans killed by handguns. So, I don't want to, and when people say that, like, well, that's because we're doing such a good vetting job. That's why, you see all this other violence in other countries. I get it. But here in America, we've been very safe. So, just trying to give you the numbers, the truth that they're not going to give you. It's just crazy. I don't know, I wish I had good news. I wish the Statue of Liberty had just ripped out of her rivets in Ellis Island and she's heading towards the White House. That would be the best news for tonight, but that's not what's happening. Just more bullshit is going on left and right. The other good news is California is considering becoming a sanctuary state. So there is a lot of good news tonight. It's so hard to... I'm going landscape tonight, by the way, so this is new for me. I got to go backwards and check out your comments. Yep, Kenneth Mejia for Congress. Donate $26 to Kenneth if you can, or anything you can donate to him, or do... Whoa, see, I'm touching the screen and it's freaking out. Anything you can donate to him as well. It's coming up April 4th, so you want to get out there now and see how you can help. I'm so sorry about my hands. This is my first time on landscape, so I'm not really used to doing landscape. And it's impossible to scroll up. And someone said call Ghostbusters. I can't scroll on the comments now that I'm in landscape, so this is not... Why y'all need money? Good question, Peyton Wright. To win an election, just to win an election in America costs a lot of money. Corporate Dems, when you run, Ken Mejia is in the Green Party, which is against any kind of corporation money or PACs, anything in that methods that are used to build money for a campaign. When Bernie ran, and that's why he had to run as a Democrat, you need $250 million to pull off a decent presidential election. You can't win a presidential election in the United States without at least $250 million. So when you run for office, and any office it requires money. But that is a great question, Peyton Wright. It shouldn't be that way, but that is the system we are in. Oh yeah, Steve King, let's talk. Is that the fucker that said that dogfighting should be illegal? So I don't know if that's true, so I don't want to start a rumor because I just posted it on my wall that this guy, I want to make sure, I don't want to, I'm not going to talk about that story because I don't know if it's legit yet, but supposedly some guy is out there, some representative in the country is saying that dogfighting is okay, but I'm not going to, don't get me off track because I'll go crazy. Mark Collins says $27 a month got Bernie Bernie total take was $230 million. Bernie took in $232 million on 8 million individual contributions from 2.5 million people. And those numbers are incredibly low when you break it down. So the other thing that's really disturbing tonight is Bannon still being on the National Security Council. I heard there's supposed to be an obscure rule where he is supposed to be at least confirmed. There has to be a confirmation process. You can't just be placed onto the National Security Council. So that's another thing that we have to look into and figure out how we're going to fight that as well. But I think the bottom line is we can't care about why people are here. People are here and willing to protest and willing to get out there. Let's not figure out why they're here. They're here. They're working for free. They're willing to risk life and limb to do protests. Let's enjoy this protest. Let's not, try to figure out why they weren't here when Obama was bombing people. Let's just be glad they're here and they're working for free, or they're going to go away. So we've got to be supportive in that way. Don't be judging people for getting into the process now. Like Ken Mejia. He never would have gotten to politics if it wasn't for Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders brought him in. He saw everything that happened to Bernie Sanders. Now he's motivated. He's running for office. He's 26 years old, former accountant. Yeah, a landscape is working great, but I can't go back and look at the comments. It's a little bit difficult. I'm getting used to it, but I don't love it. I guess Steve King is the guy who's for dogfighting, but I want to look into that because I don't know if that story is legit. I guess you can block stuff. All right, anyway, this is really tough to do. This is really tough for me. My arm is starting to hurt. All right. Let me look through my notes. So tonight was just fucking bullshit. If you watch the Supreme Court Justice, they try to make it into like The Apprentice. They have Mark Cuban on CNN before they're asking Mark Cuban's opinion on Donald Trump before they bring the announcement of who's going to be the Supreme Court Justice. I mean, what the fuck world are we living in? What is going on? They're just falling into this whole trap of like just making it this reality bullshit world we're living in. It's so hard to fathom. But let's remember, I do believe in targeting both sides. Like, I do believe that this side now all of a sudden getting upset about the Muslim ban is disturbing from a Democrat's side. Where were they? Why weren't they passionate about the Drug Importation Act? Why aren't they passionate all the time? I feel like they're banning compassion a lot of times. Most of the time, they're banning compassion, but nobody cares. If we said, hey, you're banning compassion, maybe we would get upset, right? Maybe we would protest that too. None of these Republicans or Democrats are compassionate. They really aren't compassionate. It's all a game. And we have to call them out, and they all have to be primaried. It is disgusting what's happening because they're throwing back women and children. Chris Murphy talked about an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old who had to be sent back. I don't know the country. But to get here, they had sold everything. They'd given away their clothes. They had sold all their furniture. They come over here, they tell them they have to go back. Now they go back to a home where there's no clothes, no furniture, and they're 8 and 5 years old, and they're sleeping on the floor somewhere in some Middle Eastern country. Selective compassion, which is like we have to, I almost feel like that's too nice, right? It's too nice, selective compassion, because it almost gives them wiggle room. Like, what the fuck? It's like, we need, like, resist or resign is great. We got to think of, like, Mark is saying shock doctrine strategy. Everybody's saying, there's that post that's going around tonight that they're doing all this so that they're creating this chaos because the big ball is going to drop later on when we're all tired from protesting, and this is all a distraction for something even worse. Oh my God, I can't even. Yeah, Crystal, thanks so much. The big news for me is because all I have in my life is politics and The Walking Dead. The big news for me is Sanders and Cruz will be debating health care on CNN. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. You got the smarmy debate douchebag in Cruz, this guy who's just going to get up there and try to, use his verbiage and his affluent style of speaking against Bernie Sanders, who's just going to shred him. We're finally going to get to see what would have happened if Bernie Sanders had won the primary and been in a debate. So it's a lot of pressure, but we're finally going to get to see everybody exactly what would have happened, because everybody said, oh, Bernie, I don't know what would have happened in the debates, but we're finally going to get to see Bernie shred Cruz. I mean, and there's nobody I dislike more than Cruz. I dislike Cruz more than Trump. I don't know what it is about Cruz. I don't know if he's just so slimy and so fake, and he just thinks he's so damn smart. He is your quintessential Princeton debate douchebag. And I love those guys. I want to take those guys on, and I want Bernie Sanders to call them out. I hate those guys. They're such phonies, man. It's time to start talking real. And that's what he's going to get. So yeah, look forward to that, everybody. We have that to look forward to in our lives. But it is The reason why we have to continue the live stream is because if you go and watch any other broadcast, and I try to watch other broadcasts, there's nothing out there. There's no 24 hours, right? There's nowhere for us to go. This is the only place we have is here. You can watch Debbie, you can watch Tim Black, but there's nothing on a 24-hour basis to keep us going. So this is really crucial what we're doing. I'm still looking at my notes here, make sure that I've covered everything. Anybody got the time check out there for me? Peyton, right. Cruz is a cuck like Bernie, hence why he lost. I guess at least Bernie got a new lake house. So Peyton is an alt-right guy. And I'm glad you're here, Peyton, because you're a fucking coward, bro. You're the biggest coward here with your coded language because you're afraid to come out and say who you really are, Peyton, which is a fucking coward. And we're going to take you guys on. See, it's the guys like alt-right, Peyton, that I love. I want you to keep coming up. I want you to keep coming to my broadcast. Because you fire me up, bro. You fire me up like a Red Bull. I want to meet you. I want to find you. I want to get in your face, Peyton. I want to prove to you that I'm scarier than you, Peyton. I'm scarier than you. I'm tougher than you. I'm not your typical progressive. I am the guy that's going to elbow you in the face, Peyton. If you harass anybody, if you use that language, if you abuse anybody, if you're misogynist, if you use coded language, if you ban Muslims, Peyton, I'm coming for you, bro. I want you to come here every night, Peyton, to fire me up. So people can know why I do this, Peyton. I do it because you exist. I do it because everybody walks around like a happy zombie and they don't know, Peyton, that you exist. They think you're on a TV show, but no, you're right there on Facebook because you're brave on Facebook. But really, you're a coward. You're a fucking coward. So bring it, Peyton. Show up every day. Talk your bullshit. Yeah, do it. We love it, Peyton. I'll vet you. I know you're a coward with no friends. No one's gotten in your face. No one's told you you're wrong. So you just spew stuff. But if we met, bro, you wouldn't say boo. So please show up every night. Please, Peyton. I pray that you do. And I pray that after I get off this, I'm going to vet your page. See how many friends you are. See what you're all about. I'm going to vet you. Because you're the danger, Peyton. The alt-right is the danger. Not people here going for refugees from other countries. You're the danger. And guess what? I'm the danger. I'm more dangerous than you, Peyton, because I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid to call you out. I'm not afraid to debate you. I'm not afraid to find you. I'm not afraid to stand up to you. Tonight is resist, and fight back from guys like you. So thank you, Peyton. Thank you for showing up. This is a nightly page. Come every night, Peyton. Come every night and get on the page. So other people can see that the alt-right exists, that it's not an illusion, that cowards like you are all over the country and they're organizing. And if we don't organize, and if we don't put our differences behind, then we're going to lose against guys like Peyton. Guys that use coded language because they're cowards and they won't admit they're fucking neo-Nazis. They got to speak in language because if they did speak correctly, if they did speak truth, they would be fought. They would be found out. They would be fired. They would be on the run. So Peyton, don't be a coward, man. Say who you are. Say who you are, Peyton. Don't be a coward. Anybody know what time it is? Except for me to kick some Nazi ass? What other? This is all about kicking Nazi ass. What time is it out there, people? And that's why this is so serious, people. That's why you got to wake up more people. We got a lot of happy zombies, and we got the alt-right. Peyton is good. Peyton is perfect. I love Peyton. I live for Peyton. Peyton is what makes me live. I love fighting evil, man. It's what I want to do. It's what I was born to do. Cowards like Peyton. Trust me, they are such cowards, man. All my life, I've been fighting Peytons. All my life. You get in their face, oh my God, did they backpedal? Oh my God. I've gotten into fights with numerous guys. Not just one guy, 3 or 4 guys. Once you stand up to them and make sure that you're going to fight, Fight's over. Fight's not going to happen. If they know you want to fight more than they do, fight's not going to happen. That's all you got to show. All you have to show is you're willing to fight more than they are, and they will back the fuck down. So Peyton, thank you for showing up tonight. And I will, after I get off this, I will vet your ass. And I know you're just got a fake profile and you're just a coward. So I appreciate you showing up. Now, he's worse than a troll. He's not a troll. A troll is almost like a nice thing because there's nice trolls. He's a coward. And I'm so glad he showed up because I want you to know why I do this. I want you to know that Peyton is the guy who shot people in Quebec. Peyton is the guy who accosts women in a coffee shop. Peyton is the coward who picks on the people who are afraid of him. I'm not afraid of you, Peyton. And the rest of us aren't afraid. That's why we're coming together, and we're coming for you, bro. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you showing up, you little coward. Yeah, Peyton, you're probably excited about that, coward. Went into a mosque where people were praying. No weapons, no way to fight back. Right, Peyton? That's how you like it? Yeah, because you're a coward. That's what cowards do. They show up here, they throw around coded language, and they don't do jack. They don't help people. You know what cowardice is, Peyton? Cowardice is when you care about yourself more than others. Just so you know what a coward is and why I'm calling you a coward. You don't care about other people. You care about your self-interest. That's why you're a coward. That's what makes a coward a coward. But thank you, Peyton. And bring all your friends and bring all your buddies. Tell them to come crash this page. That way people can understand where my outreach comes from and why I'm a Bernie Sanders guy. Because I don't take shit. I don't take shit from guys like Peyton. I don't. I'll get bloody. I'll get a busted nose. I'll do whatever I have to do. I'm going to fight. I'm going to resist. I'm not going to allow fucking Peyton to say boo. We're going to get in their faces. We're going to organize and we're going to resist. And you're going to believe that the alt-right's out there. And you're going to believe that people don't care about other people. And you're going to have to make them care. And you're going to have to talk to people. And you're going to have to break your comfort zone. Let Peyton be your motivation to go out and do something tomorrow. To give money to Ken Mejia. In the name of Peyton. Do things tomorrow in remembrance of what Peyton did tonight. That you have to let them inspire you. Well, it was good to have him. I enjoyed it. I just wanted to let you guys know that the alt-right exists, and they're all over. They're real people. They're just scared. They're cowards. So, Bernie Sanders and the Jill Steins, those are brave people, taking on the establishment, taking on every aspect, from the media to the government, to every aspect of the establishment by himself. A 70-year-old guy taking on everybody and not being afraid. Everybody. He took on everybody. He took on the DNC. He took on the RNC. He took on the media. Who else did he take on? Took on Wall Street. Took on the drug companies. And you got to take on these cowards every time you see it. That's why I'm asking you people, be ready for this. It's time to put things aside and not worry about somebody was for a Democrat or somebody who used to be for Obama or somebody, they're here now and they're working for free. So reach out your hand and say, hey, thanks for showing up. We're glad you finally made it. All right? Because these other people are out there and they're organizing. And they're fucking evil and they're fucking cowards. All right, everybody? So I want you to tomorrow think about Peyton and think about Ken Mejia, 26-year-old guy running for office. That's brave. There's a millennia out there. We could make a big step in the movement if we get Ken Mejia to get elected at 26 at the Green Party. That would wake up a whole generation. That's how important it is. It would be a game changer. 26-year-old third-party candidate wins in Los Angeles. Tides are turning. All right? I got to go. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Real progressives, resist, fight these fucking cowards. I love you guys.